implementation of MRTP Act was
मैम
MRTP Act.
आपका स्क्रीन शेयर है ही नहीं।
हाँ हाँ करूचे आगे यूट्यूब लाइव टा कर दिए तापरे स्क्रीन शेयर करी so otherwise you are not getting recordings. So
Yes, ma'am.
when we're talking about MRTP Act, it was purposefully made to restrict the monopoly over in a very competitive market of India. As we all know that India is a huge market where the population is very high, and as for the population, we could able to see the product and services also very number of product and services are high. So vendors are very high, manufacturers are very huge number of manufacturers you can see over here, and with that we can see that apart from that there are a huge number of competition may leads to unethical practices. जितला में बहुत huge number of involvement ही जाए competition. I always says competition leads to innovation, but a huge amount of competition where there is a fear attached that whether my product is going to be fall down and I will not able to succeed in the competition. जितले ये fear टा आसी जाए ना, people are making monopoly or people are making unethical practices in the business, and it is the duty of the government that these monopoly activities or unethical practices, indiscipline activities, it has to be restricted. Setipengi MRTP Act was being divided into three parts. One is called MTP. Then in a screen right now I am showing it. MTP, that was prohibition of the monopolistic trade practices. RTP, that was prohibition of restrictive trade practices, and UPT, that was prohibition of unfair trade practices. These are the three different trade practices under MRTP Act. First, as a monopolistic trade practices kono. This particular trade practices has a basic aim to abolish the complete monopoly from the market. So if any abuse in market in respect to production, sale, commodities of sales of commodities or services, it has to be eliminated, it has to be prohibited, it has to be restricted, whatever you can say. So when we see a huge amount of competition, remember competition leads to sometimes it was unethical practices and monopolies. ସେଥିପାଇଁ କି government କହୁଛି ଯେତେ ଆପଣ prevent କରିବେ competition को. So competition good in terms of innovation, but huge competition should be prevented. ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କର there are so many rules and regulation was implemented by the government. ଯେମିତି କି ଗୋଟେ specific rule କହୁଛୁ India ରେ ଗୋଟେ industry ହେଲା food industry which is very huge. So आजिका डेट रे आपण देखिबे किए IIM रे पढुची कि IIT रे पढुची, but eventually when they thought of doing some business, first business tango mind raschi, that was food business. So India is a huge market in terms of food business, in terms, and specifically I'm talking about street vendors. जो माने स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स और स्ट्रीट फूड्स बिकुचंदी तांकर भी गोटे ह्यूज मात्रा रे संख्या रे लोक अछंती. So सेटी कोन होची ना competition was very high. If you see in one particular place of Bhubaneswar like Khao Gali, in a particular place every particular kind of food is available, food trucks are available, huge amount of competition in between them. So कारण similar product समस्ते प्राय बिकुचंदी, जेतले similar product समस्ते बिकुचंदी, definitely for a customer it was enlarging. Pilan ko take a minute. So when we see a huge amount of like street vendors हमें कहूँ similar type of product समस्ते बिकुचंदी. So as a customer you have a huge amount of options. Fine, जितने options अधिका and you have to choose one of the options. सेतबेले आपण सबले देखिबे कि तांको भितरे जो competition थाए, sometimes it was compromising with the quality of the food by selling with a low price. So ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ କଣ କରେ ନା ଟାଇମ ଟୁ ଟାଇମ ଫୁଡ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ ବିଭାଗର ଲୋକମାନେ ଆସନ୍ତି from the food control unit of the government and full quality control unit of the government ରୁ ଲୋକ ଆସିବେ and they made a inspection of foods and ବହୁତ ଟାଇମ ଦେଖିଏ foods ଗୁଡାକ ଯୋଉଗୁଡାକ not up to the mark quality କୁ ଆସୁଥିବ ଯୋଉଗୁଡାକ quality ରେ compromise ହେଇଛି ସେ food କୁ ସେମାନେ ଫୋପାଡୁଥିବେ. So in that way, in a very small steps, जदि government अपन कहबे बहुत छोटे step रे भी बहुत अधिका competition को prevent करे. Then talking about huge brands, जेमति कि एबे आपनकर last to last week रे paper रे आसीथिला one of the very prestigious brand like Patanjali who failed in the quality control जेतले हेला तार ghee and specifically Patanjali came with, I think, 14 or 15 different type of oils, ghee, oils and all kind of ghee and oils are being not making their approval in the quality control, in the during this quality inspection. One more brand, which is the mother brand of every particular product, that is dairy product or mother brand, that is Amul. He failed in curd. कर्ड रो जो स्पेसिफिकेशंस थाए तार जो क्वालिटी थाए ताको ऑफ टू द मार्क दिया जायनी सो ही फेल्ड इन कर्ड. सो एमती करी कि ना गवर्नमेंट कोन करे, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द फूड इंडस्ट्री ओनली, गवर्नमेंट कोन करे टाइम टू टाइम quality inspections हुए and if you fail in that quality then your manufacturation was closed down. Whatever is manufactured that was announced as outdated and it has to be eliminated from the market and from the manufacturer itself. तापरे नुआ आपण मैन्युफैक्चर करिवे देन क्वालिटी कंट्रोल होबो. जदि क्वालिटी रे आपण अप टू द मार्क अछंती then you have to came that product or you came along with the product to the commercial market, otherwise you have to close down that product. एटा हला गोटे प्रकार प्रिवेंशन. वन डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ प्रिवेंशन कोन न जदि लोक माने हाई प्राइस रे प्रोडक्ट बिकुचंती without any reason, if you sell your product with a high price, then consumer has a right to file a complaint against this to the government, and government seriously takes government should take some step forward to ask why these unreasonable high prices are being asked to the customer to pay. One more monopolistic practices could prohibit kara jay thedala quality of the product re jedi deteriorations asila. If the quality of product was very low, then also government takes steps forward. If there is technological development was being assigned but it was not found, for an example apana mobile kinile, mobile gote particular camera format bisare lekhaichi and you buy the mobile phone because of that camera format. But when you are taking a photo or something like that, you feel like no, the camera was not that much of advanced what is being written. Apana tapare se camera ro janch karuchanti, inspection karuchanti, and you will find out that the camera was not that denomination what is being written. So it भी गोटे unfair monopolistic, तो ताको भी आपण कंट्रोल करिवो, गवर्नमेंट कंट्रोल करिवो. सो आथिरे गोटे बेसिक जिंस होला कोन, when as a customer you find some lacuna, you have to make a complaint. बहुत टाइम रे मु आपण माने आमे कोन करू ना lacuna देखु, but we don't have time to make complaint because आपण जिबे आपण register करिवे, आपण तार mail id खोजिबे, complaint customer care खोजिबे, so that is a long process. So why to waste time भाबी कि ना आमे कोन करू ना complaint करू ना. So जोटा आमे complaint न करू से जिंसटा carry forward हेई जाए लोकन को द्वारा. So government कोची, if you find out any problem, because government तो सब जिंस निजे control कर परिबनी ना, बस feedback तो निजे दे परिबनी ना. So if you make a clear feedback about a product or services what is not up to the mark, you have to place a complaint against that company, against that manufacturer, or might be the seller. Upon complaint karantu and the government will take a step forward. Then restrictive trade practices, restrictions कोठी पड़े, blocks कोठी हुए, restrictions कोठी पड़े, commercial trafficking कोठी पड़े, सेटा भी जानिबा दरकार. So restrictive trade practices in order to gain the power in the market and maximize their profit, traders often indulge any activities that is blocked and flow of capital into production. This trader also affected supply by bringing in condition of delivery, which is turn give rise to unjustified cost. So बहुत टाइम रे कौन हुए ना जितले ट्रेड प्रैक्टिसेस कथा में कहूचु मार्केट रे अनएथिकली प्रॉफिट गेन करिया पई कि मैन्युफैक्चरर कौन करे ना अन्य कंपनी रो फ्लो ऑफ कैपिटल को रेस्ट्रिक्ट करे. Fine. So not only flow of capital को restriction करा जाउची, even in inventories close करा जाउची, suppliers को restrict करा जाउची so that suppliers अन्य supplier को raw material supply कर परिबनी. Spy जो आमे गोटे को कोन सेटा आपनकर professional spies are there. जो माने प्रोफेशनल स्पाई हेथिबे से माने अन्य कंपनी रे जाई तांकर थियोरीज तांकर इनोवेशंस तांकर वर्क प्रोसेस वर्क कल्चर को चोरी करके आनिकी निज पाखरे निजे सेटा को अडॉप्ट करंती. सो ये सब छोटो छोटो ट्रेड प्रैक्टिसेस करा जाए कोन पई निजर प्रोडक्टिविटी एंड निजर प्रॉफिट को इंक्रीज करिया पई एंड साइमल्टेनियसली देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग इन creating your own productivity, but that is a huge wrong when you restrict someone's productivity. आपण जदि आउ जनक प्रोडक्टिविटी को रेस्ट्रिक्ट करूचंती आउ जनकर प्रॉफिट को रेस्ट्रिक्ट करूचंती आउ जनकर मैन्युफैक्चरेशन को रेस्ट्रिक्ट करूचंती सेठी आपण को रेस्ट्रिक्टिव ट्रेड प्रैक्टिसेस लागिबो. बट जदि केवल आपण निजर ही प्रोडक्शन को इंक्रीज करूचंती मैन्युफैक्चरेशन को इंक्रीज करूचंती फ्लो और इनफ्लो ऑफ कैपिटल को इंक्रीज करूचंती दैट इज नथिंग रॉन्ग इन दैट. So a trade practices it was different. It was not lena dena with the customers. Ame customer adre konosi justified role play koruno, but jetebele konosi restrictive trade practices act re normally jo manufacturer thanti advertisement jo mane bananti jedi tankara thought process chori hochi tankara innovation ko au ki adopt kari nochi without giving taking their consent, then it was restrictive. Then unfair trade practices, third type of trade practices question, that was called unfair trade practices. Now what exactly the unfair trade practices? Eta amaro bahut adhika market re customer द्वारा eta ame identify kari paru, and it was huge amount of unfair trade practices are done in the market. bahut time re ame dekhu and eko undekha karu. So okay, so first one, a false representation of the goods or services, like a good which is a second hand good, but it was represented as the first hand and it has to be sold. So it was a false representation. Jedle false representation is presentation of goods hochi, then also it was fall under the Unfair Trade Practices Act. So as a customer who buy that second hand product by showing by the vendor that it is a new product, so you can file a case against that company. Misleading representation of the quality of good, their style, usefulness, need, standard, etc. Jadi gote advertisement aschi about the usefulness of the product, but when you try to use that product, it was not working. If the style of the product is somewhere is compromise, apanଙ୍କର advertisement representation mane kon advertisement heichi product ର style gote ଅନ୍ୟ ପ୍ରକାରର, but when it was reached to you it was different. Quality of the good re jedi compromise heichi, also it was misleading representation of the product. So in this particular format the customer can file a case against the company or manufacturer under the Unfair Trade Practices Act. False claim and representation of the goods and services, सेटा भी आपनकर unfair trade practices under रे JIP. False warranties and guarantees on the goods or services without performing adequate testing on the product. So नहीं जानतो आपन गोटे product किनचंदी where warranty on particular period ପାଇଁ कि warranty अछि and guarantee or replacement of the product तार केते गोटे जिंस जेमति केते गोटा parts रो replacement हबो within a year. and within a year also you wants to change the parts or you want to replace the parts, then they will say no, we will not do it because of this reason. No, if the warranty is open and guarantee is open, then you have to exchange the product or exchange the the parts which is being having damaged. So ସେଥିରେ ସେମାନେ କଣ କରିବେ, ସେଥିପାଇଁ କି warranty guarantee ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ କିଣୁଛନ୍ତି product କେବେ, see the terms and condition. ବହୁତ terms and condition ଥାଏ ଯୋଉଟା କି hidden terms and conditions ଆମେ କହୁଛୁ, somewhere it was hidden. ଆପଣ ପଢିଲେ clearly ପଢିଲେ ଜାଣିପାରିବେ terms and condition what they are saying. And when we are talking about terms and conditions, some of the legal terms are there, and sometimes we don't understood that legal terms, and on basing on the warranty and guarantee we will buy some luxurious product. And when it is in terms of replacing the parts, we have to follow the terms and condition. If we fall under that terms and condition, we will replace. If not, it will not be replaced. So ସେଇଟା ଆପଣ ସବୁବେଳେ ଦେଖିବେ କି false representation ନ ହେଇଥାଉ, या तो फिर एते गुडे टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन देइथिबो कि आपण केबे वारंटी गारंटी अवेल ही करै परिबेनी, सेटा भी आपण गोटे सर्टेन टाइप रो स्टेप फॉरवर्ड नहीं कंज्यूमर फोरम रे जाय कि कंज्यूमर कोर्ट रे जाय कि आपण गोटे रिप्रेजेंटेशन भी देई परिबे. जति एते टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस रहिबो वारंटी एंड गारंटी रो, देन नो वन कैन फुलफिल दैट. And if no one can fulfill that, then warranty and guarantee केबे यूज ही हबनी. And the last one is false facts are given regarding affiliation, sponsorship, etc. आकु जदि false representation थिबो, जेमति कि बहुत मु आपण मन तो स्टूडेंट, मु गोटे एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन रे अछि, मु प्रति वर्ष देखे हमर बहुत पिला बहुत एप्लिकेंट्स थांती, those who are unable to take admission at DDC. Why? Because ସେମାନେ जोटो ग्रेजुएशन पास करथिबे या तो फिर BBA करथिबो कि BTech करथिबो, that university was not affiliated under the AIU or under the UGC or under the AICT or under the act of the UGC or government रो गोटे act थाए, से act under रे जदि भी से जदि से university न आसुची ताहले भी admission को restrict करू. So it was very essential that if someone is selling, is creating an institution, specifically I'm talking about an educational institution, it is very essential about the affiliation of the program. Otherwise, someone is getting a IPS job. ଆପଣ କୋଉଠି ବି ଚାକିରି କରନ୍ତୁ, କୋଉଠି ବି ଚାକିରି କରନ୍ତୁ, ଯଦି ଆପଣ କିଛି ରେପୁଟେଡ୍ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନରେ ଚାକିରି କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଲାଇକ୍ ଆପଣ OS ପାଇଲେ, ଆପଣ OEC ପାଇଲେ, ଆପଣ ASO ପାଇଲେ, तार गोटे एजुकेशनल वेरिफिकेशन आसे ग्रेजुएशन ପାଇଁ कि जदि एजुकेशनल वेरिफिकेशन रे इट वाज फाउंड दैट योर यूनिवर्सिटी वाज नॉट अफिलिएटेड बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया और गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया रो जो एजेंसीज अछि तांको थ्रू एप्लिकेशन नै, ताले आपण ओएस पाई कि ना भी ओएस हे परिबेनी, जने आईएस पाई कि भी आईएस हे परिबो, जने ओईएस पाई कि भी से हे परिबोनी. So it is very essential that if you are in making an institution, so affiliations and all, it has to be taken in a proper way, otherwise you are falling under the unfair trade practices. Since the sponsorship be asuchi, jede false representation of sponsorship hochi, seti be it was fall under the unfair trade practices. Bujhela pila mane buji parcho?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next MRTP Act was over. Next we will talk about LPG concept. So LPG ru apankara actually achi liberalization, sorry, privatization and globalization. Liberalization ta nahi. So what is LPG concept pila mane first apan mane mate kahibe, tapare mu apanku kahibi, because I think all of you are have awareness about what is LPG. What is LPG?
Liberation, privatization and globalization.
Very good. So why, when it was being implemented in India, and why, what is the reason behind this implementation? What is the advantages?
Madam, 1991, madam.
During
Yes.
Narasimha Rao periods and Manmohan Singh was the economic
Prime
advisor.
Narasimha Rao was the Prime Minister, and Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Finance Minister.
Yes.
No, okay, that was fine. So LPG जो concept हमें कहूँ, liberalization, privatization and globalization, it is the most successful economic reformation of India. एमती नहीं कि economic reformation ହେଇନି, economic reformation ता पूर्वरु भी ହେଇची, कहा पूर्वरु आपनकर 91 पूर्वरु भी ହେଇची, 91 परे भी ହେଇची. आमे एबे भी देखिचु दी मोदी सरकार जेतले डिमोनेटाइजेशन करूला सेटा भी गोटे प्रकार रिफॉर्मेशन अपन नै जानतु. Implementation of GST also kind of a reformation, withdrawing GST also kind of reformation. But one of the reformation जो हमें कोना historical golden award रे लिखा हुए history रे सेमती गोटे reformation हैला आपनकर 1991 reformation, which creates so many opportunities for the market of India, which creates so many opportunity for the exporters who wants to establish their organization in a global platform. तांको ପାଇଁ भी opportunity आनिथिला. Even in it will create opportunity for the global companies came to India and serving in Indian platform, creating employability for the Indians. So it be possible thila. So what exactly is LPG concept? LPG concept was created because of one or two basic reason. The reason kon thila, in the year of 1991, India do not have huge amount of assets to run the country. So India pakhre bahut assets nathila country run kariya ko. And in that time period, Manmohan Singh, as we all know that
India faced
apart
a balance of payment crisis.
So as we know that Manmohan Singh, apart from the political background, jodi apan Manmohan Singh kara chhadi debe, he was one of the successful economic teacher and economist of the India who served the RBI for 7 years, 5 years plus extension of 4 years, like 9 years se RBI ko serve karthile. So the economic capacity and capability of the person was very high. And because of this scarcity of the currency and scarcity in the BOP, whatever you say, that is correct. Scarcity of the currency, and to run the country, it was very essential that you have assets or you have lots of, amount of money with you in terms of assets to run the country. But India has a lacuna in that time period. And that's why India has to take money from the World Bank. आपण मतलब कौनसी जगह लोन नौचंती, सिंपल जिनस आपण को से संस्थार टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन मानिया को पड़िबो, करेक्ट. आपण कहबे मु गोटे नेशनलाइज्ड बैंक रो लोन नेबी, आपण देले लोन नेबे बैंक पाखु जिबे, बैंक आपण कहबे आगे ए टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन अछि, यू हैव टू फॉलो. सेमती आपण जेते वर्ल्ड बैंक रो स्पेसिफिक लोन्स नौचंती, फॉर स्पेसिफिक लोन्स देयर आर स्पेसिफिक टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन दैट यू हैव टू फॉलो. Now, every particular terms and conditions sabu country follow kari paribo nai. How you will implement that, that is essential. Fine. So here India has to follow the terms and condition, and following that terms and condition, India kon kala nija hisab re LPG concept ko se time re introduce kala, joti ki stakeholding of the government of India was reduces on the head of the private companies. So that was enhances the rights of the private company to take decision by their own way. So seti amaro apana enhance kale privatization ko. So more and more private companies or startups are started in that era. Tapare asila kono liberalization. Liberalization in terms of economic liberalization. I'm not talking about any social liberalization. Economic liberalization means giving flexibility in taxation format, giving flexibility in tariffs. There are large number of tariffs we have. So tadare flexibility daba, flexibility in licensing, flexibility selling your product in the global platform. So ethre jo apana flexible hei gale, liberty lokon ko dele, liberty dele corporations ko, liberty dele private organizations ko, so that more and more organizations who wants to expand their business in the global platform कहि दियंतु या तो फिर इन domestic to national platform को आसीबा को, there it was being easy. Third concept asila globalization. Globalization कोन? Globalization means broaden your path for the global market. So global market को either you make an export or you open subsidiary business over in global platform, or allow the global organizations to come make a MOU with the government of India and sell their product over in India. create employability for the Indians. आज भी हमें देखुचु बहुत गुडे MNCs थिबो जहार host country हैला UK, USA, Canada or somewhere else, fine, and एटा हैला तार कोण ना तार गोटे सब्सिडियरी बिजनेस, तार गोटे सिस्टर कंसर्न बिजनेस जोटा कि इंडिया रे चलुची, बट तार होस्ट कंट्री, क्रिएटेड कंट्री, तार एक्चुअल इन्वेंटेड कंट्री और जोटी कंट्री रो कंपनी स्टार्ट हेची सेटा कोटे समवेयर सप्त समुद्र पारी आपण जो कहउचंदी जेमती कनाडा, USA, UK एठी तार हितबो आपणकर आमे कोने UK बेस्ड कंपनी, USA बेस्ड कंपनी, यू नो दुबई बेस्ड कंपनी, सो कंपनी रो हेडक्वार्टर हेला समवेयर एल्स, तार होस्ट कंट्री हेला समवेयर एल्स, आमे हेलु कोन तार गोटे इनहेरिटेंट कंट्री जोटी की सी क्रॉस बॉर्डर सेल्स करूची और एल्स तार निजर एठी गोटे छोटो बिजनेस करची, तार निजर गोटे सब्सिडियरी बिजनेस करची जोठी की एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी क्रिएट होची, एंड हमर जो इंजीनियर्स अछंती, IT प्रोफेशनल्स अछंती, marketing professionals अछंती, they got job in that particular companies. So that was called globalization. And if you see in 1991, the economic development is in a huge percentage. गोटे टाइम रे इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट एबे पर्यंत इंडिया रे हठात कि एते हाई रेंज ऑफ इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट हमें केबे भी देखिनो इंडिया रे, इट वाज इन हिस्ट्री. So that 1991 LPG introduction was make a huge change in economy of India, and that's why it was the most successful economic reformation of India. It was written in the, or it was in a golden word, it is written in the history. Now came to the third factor, that was globalization as per your syllabus. Now what is globalization? Globalization means it was larger than process. More probably globalization tried to enhance the international activities more. It will create intensification of the cross cultural activities, cross countries activities, cross country political, cultural, social, economical, technological interactions, and that will result some huge amount of transactional business in this particular arena. तो एठी कोन होची ना, हमें तले ग्लोबल मार्केट को जाउछु, ग्लोबलाइजेशन कथा कहउछु. ग्लोबलाइजेशन रे कोन होची ना, खाली जे अपन को प्रोडक्ट और सर्विस रो एक्सचेंज होनी, एठी गोटे क्रॉस कल्चरल एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट होची. दैट मीन्स कल्चरल, सोशल, टेक्नोलॉजिकल इंटरचेंज होची. जेमति के एबे गोटे जिंस बहुत सैडेस्ट पार्ट इज इन USA आफ्टर Trump was becoming the president of USA. There are so many burdens, there are so many barriers are for the Indians. Taro reason kono, according to you? Why Trump was not liking the Indian people over in staying in USA? Why? आपण माने कोन, आपण माने तो टीवी देखुथिबे, न्यूज़ देखुथिबे, तो आपण माने भाबुछन तार रीजन कोन थिबो? What are the basic reasons are there?
He doesn't particularly hate Indians, but his economic and political policies have changed. His priorities.
Why you say it was not particularly Indians? There are so much of restrictions are put for the Indians. That was not putting for the Chinese, that was not for Japanese, that was not for Afghanis, but that was for Indians. Why not
Be-
Indians?
Because
Apna koi
most
koi
most
Indian
of the successful immigrants in US are
Yeah.
from India.
That is the part of why Trump was making restrictions. There is some particular apan mane the paper poduthibe, last kichi American journalism through re kichi news asithila. They says that the the like 40 lakhs Indians are there, or more than that was there in USA, and they are having the citizenship. I'm not talking about those who are having only a short-term citizenship. I'm talking about those who are having their USA citizenship. That was more than 40 lakhs Indians. Now these 40 lakhs Indians have celebrated Rath Yatra, celebrated Diwali, celebrated Holi, celebrated every particular culture of India, which is not a part of USA culture. It was not an American culture. It is Indian culture, but they are celebrating. And there is a huge community of our Indian community are established who want Indian product over that particular over in USA. That's why the supply of Indian product was huge in USA because the demand was huge. And in that way, India is incurring money out of supplying the Indian products to USA. And culturally, when it was inherited, now the USA people also require some Indian foods. ଯେମିତି କି ଆପଣଙ୍କ Indian food ସେଠି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ Indian ଯେମିତି ଆମେ Indian ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ Chinese product ଖାଉଛୁ, Chinese food ଖାଉଛୁ, so it was not similar to Chinese product or Chinese food. ଆମେ ଆକୁ କ'ଣ କହୁ Indo Chinese food. ଆମର ଏଠି ମସଲା ପଡିବ, ଆମର ଏଠି soup रे or Chinese रो जहाँ China रो अपन product Chinese product अपन खाऊचंदी चाउमीन or something like that. एटा ला Indian flavor रे हमें खाऊचु. हमें जदि China जिबु सेही जिनसा हमको देबे हमें केबे खाई परिबेनी because there is no salt. If you go away from India, specifically the this kind of countries of Asia, China, Taiwan एगुडा सब अपन जिबे ना सेठी ना sugar खांती ना salt खांती. So salt was very minimum. It is very minimum. Sugar was no. They do not have sugar process, and that's why तांकर खाइबा जोटा प्रोडक्ट आम खाइबा जिनस ऊपर बहुत डिफर करे तार टेस्ट ऊपर सेमती जेतले अमेरिका रे आपण प्रोडक्ट हमरो इंडियन फूड्स बिक्री होची लेस स्पाइसी, लेस ऑयल, लेस एवरीथिंग. सो धीरे धीरे कोन होई तांकर लोक भी आम प्रोडक्ट रे एक्वेंटेड, आम फूड रे एक्वेंटेड ही जाउचंती. So that's why there is a huge amount of product or services required in USA, and tar gote reason hela USA re Trump ro restriction towards the Indians. Second restriction hela kon restriction, why the restrictions are put? Because the all successful minds or successful Indian minds are working for USA, and they earn in huge amount of money, which is they thought it was simply go away from their country. That amount was simply go away from the country. That's why they will put restrictions. Now the restrictions are there by not issuing visa to the students who wants to make study in USA. गोटे बेसिक डिफरेंस कौन गोटे इंडियन और गोटे चाइनीज भितर चाइना लोक भी जाउचंती यूएसए पाठ पढ़िया को से माने पाठ पढ़िया को जिबे दे ग्रैब द टेक्नोलॉजी, दे नो द इनोवेशन, दे आइडेंटिफाई द इंफॉर्मेशंस and they came back to China, implement that in China. But an Indian when go to USA, he learn everything what a Chinese person is learning, but the Chinese person came back, but the Indian boy or girl will never come back. They will try to take a citizenship over there and they will stay over there because they do not want to come back to India and implement that technology in India because India re paisa nahi, America re dollar अच्छी पैसा अच्छी. That's why there are large number of reasons say paper रे बाहर थिला where Trump was putting this restriction. Restrictions are very harsh, but they are putting restrictions. So हमें देखो जो आज का डेट रे भी ग्लोबलाइजेशन क्रॉस कल्चरल एक्टिविटीज को केमती एनहांस करूची, क्रॉस सोशल एक्टिविटीज को एनहांस करूची, टेक्नोलॉजिकल इनहेरिटेंस होची. So globalization is not bad. Globalization is always good, and it will create more friendly atmosphere in the global market or international market. Now came to what are the factors that cause globalization of business. The factors are the reduction and removal of trade barriers, trade negotiations, transportation cost or transport cost, growth of the internet, growth of multinational corporations, and development of trading block. That means what these are some of the reasons like reduction and removal of trade barriers. जदि आपण ग्लोबल मार्केट कथा कहबे and if आमे आगो को WTO पढिबा, आमे आगो को GATT पढिबा. GATT रो काम थिला कोन ना गोटे टाइम रे ट्रेड टैरिफ्स क्रिएट करूथिला and गोटे टाइम रे रिमूवल ऑफ ट्रेड बैरियर्स करूथिला. तो जत्ते बेले आपण ग्लोबल मार्केट रे whenever you think about more and more specifications has to be add. आपण भाबुचंदी ग्लोबल मार्केट रे बहुत अधिक ट्रांजैक्शंस हो, बहुत अधिका कंपनीज जदि तादरे ग्लोबल मार्केट रे जगे इन्वॉल्व होंतु, then it is very essential that you have to remove the trade barriers. You have to make some reductions in the trade barriers. Then only the companies could able to sell their product in the international platform. Then trade negotiations. Trade negotiations means negotiating by the host country to sell its product in the global market. And global market re apan ko bikri kariya kahile, there are certain rules regulation that you have to follow, and you made a negotiation where to sell. Jemdi ki country to country trade barriers are different. So accordingly the company who wants to sell his products ye country to country differ होथिबा trade barriers सहित निजर negotiation करिबा, and then he will try to make their own implementation of the global product or implementation of the trade in the global forum. Transport cost decreases if the the product will be sold in the different country with their manufacturing unit. Fine, तो आपन को सेठी जे मैन्युफैक्चरेशन करियो पड़िबनी तांको मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट रे जदी आपन ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सॉरी आपन को प्रोडक्ट नौचंती या फिर ट्रांसपोर्ट करूचन, then it will be more cost healthier. Then growth of internet means it was growth of technology and multinational company ro big growth hobo. So these are the cause of globalization. In the next class we will talk about this GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Tariffs, GATT who is converted to WTO, and how GATT and WTO work for the world trade enhancement, global trade enhancement. Seta ame next class re padiba. Ilamane, anything you want to ask?
No, ma'am. All clear.
All clear. Very good. Next
Thank
class.
you,
Ma'am, we
ma'am.
have only globalization as part of our course, not
हाँ.
liberalization and privatization.
नहीं दीटा को नहीं केवल ग्लोबलाइजेशन अछि आपनकर.
Okay, thank you.
आपण मानकर नेक्स्ट क्लास हला इटी, ता पर क्लास आज आउ गुटे हबो, दैट वाज योर एमसीएसआई. आज संध्या बेले ओनली आईपीएफ गुटिए क्लास हबो, तो से अनुसार आपण माने प्रिपेयर हेतिबे टू टेक अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस क्लास. अच्छा,
Okay,
शुभश्री. ओके, थैंक यू. शुभश्री, आर यू देयर?
Yes, ma'am.
अच्छा, मु तुमको होस्ट करूची, तमे
Yes.
सर को होस्ट करिवो, क्लोज डाउन
Yes.
करिवोनी.
No,
ओके,
ma'am.
थैंक
Okay.
यू. थैंक
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you to
Thank
all
you.
of you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So today we'll discuss about legal aspect of business. So that is in unit 4. So allow me to share the slides. Rasmi madam is here.
Ras Madam is not there here.
So who is
Yes,
the
sir.
host?
Subhasri is
I think Subhasri.
Subhasri madam is here. Nahanti bodhe.
Maybe she gone somewhere else.
Okay. So we'll start. Let me start with this legal aspect of business. It will better if I will show you the slides anyway. So there are number of steps are to conduct a business unit. So your business may be different type. It may be sole proprietorship, maybe partnership, maybe on the basis of LPP, limited liability partner, or you can say your business may be corporate cooperative or cooperative society, you can say. So group of people start their entrepreneurship, register under Society Act. So you may Society Act, you may start your business with company, forming company. So there are a lot of legal issues if you are not registered under certain things. Suppose you have not registered under Partnership Act 1932, it is again rectified, modified in the year 2010. So if you are not making different kind of registration at the time of you can say closing of partnership deed or closing of business, there are a lot of reason behind why this partnership business closed. So our purpose is to know the legal issue, legal registration, what kind of registration we are making or doing, what kind of registration required for our business. So when you are going for starting a business, either you have to start with registration of Udyag in the present time, either Udyag registration or Udyam registration is highly essential. In all my PPT, I have put some of the idea regarding how Udyam registration is made,
Good
how
morning,
MSME.
sir.
Very good morning.
Sir,
So
sir,
you
sorry, sir.
allow.
Yes,
Hello.
sir. Sir,
Huh.
doing.
Just a minute. Huh. I'm showing you the slides.
Yes, sir. You are the host now.
Okay, just a minute. Is it visible? So this is the first slide I have just discussed. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So
Yes,
this is
sir.
very nice. So here I have highlighted some of the partnership firm or sole proprietorship business. Suppose you are starting your own business with all legal formalities, register sole proprietorship, then you can start with sole proprietorship. Otherwise, you can start with partnership firm. It is under 1932 or you can say 2010. So it is rectified, modified in the year 2010. In between also some changes made. So then LPP registration or sleeping partner kind of business unit or partnership, or you can say, see, LPP limited liability partner. Sometimes you are not focusing the risk aspect or you are not taking the risk aspect, only you are investing. So that aspect also you have to focus. Then cooperative society, very quickly we'll go. Cooperative society means it is registered under Society Act or it is under the mutual trust of various people. So that registration is required. Then come to the exact point. So how will start the registration? And either your business may register through Udyam registration or Udyag registration. So you have to go to the Udyag site and start making different kind of registration one by one, considering your place, your address, your PAN card, everything you have to put, so you can get a certificate like this. You can get a Udyam certificate. So you, after getting this Udyam certificate, you can start your business unit. So see, there are different reason behind registration. I'm very quickly I'm going through the reason why we are making this kind of MSME registration through Udyog, or you are making different kind of business like small business, micro business, or you can say you are going for a medium production unit, manufacturing unit, a big organization you are forming. So considering this, you are making different kind of registration. Under this registration, you have to take so many. Suppose you are making a factory, there are a lot of things you have to register. One by one, we will go. So see,
Sir,
these are the benefits.
हेलो
Yes, sir.
सर,
Yes, sir.
व्हाट इज द, ये जो अभी हम लोग ये कर रहे हैं इसके साथ जो कंपनीज एक्ट में कंपनी रजिस्टर्ड होते हैं, तो इज
जी।
इट रिक्वायर्ड आफ्टर एमएसएमई या उद्योग रजिस्ट्रेशन?
Definitely, even if you are making कंपनी फॉर्मेशन करने के टाइम पे भी आपको ये उद्यम का रजिस्ट्रेशन जरूरी है, क्योंकि देर आर लॉट ऑफ लीगल इश्यूज. Sometimes you are forming a company and start you are not here to start one business. Suppose you are in service sector, you have form a service sector industry. So there are number of, suppose you are providing health service product. So you have to take some permission regarding health, and one by one will go. So you have to, either you go for production, either you go for service industry, any kind of business you are making, you have to make a different kind of registration. Suppose you are going for a health related product, you are providing health service. So you have to take permission certain things. That is your question, na? Whether you are making a company, you are registered under Company Act, whether you have to take the permission of this Udyam registration, other things or not. This is the question, na? Sir,
Yes, sir,
ଆପଣ ପଚାରୁଛନ୍ତି? Yes, ଆପଣ yes sir, even if you are making a company and register under Company Act, still you have to make this registration. So these are the benefits. So you can make the registration. Sometimes they can make a link between foreign trade, foreign company. So government is collaborate with different associations. So they will help you. So that is the reason behind. See, here I have mentioned some of the reason. So official identity, you can get your identity apart from your general company registration. You can get under government you have register. Se government देखै परियो केते फार्म हमरो registration अछि उद्यम रे, नुआ startup रे. So they can fund. So they have a lot of schemes. So they can associate with you regarding the schemes. आपण निजे फार्म कले मे भी बैंकर राजी न होई पारे, किंतु आपण उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन अछंती, गवर्नमेंट किछि सब्सिडी दउछि, आपण को कंपनी को देई परियो. So you can take the advantage of this financial assistance. So that is then no doubt protection. So sometimes you are not getting payment from any other party. So sometimes government also interfere and protect you. So these are the basic purpose of this registration. Then come to very quickly we'll go for trade licensing. See, again question arise, we are not making trade, so is it traced? No, it is not mandatory for all the business unit. We are saying how this different business unit require different registration license. But in case of company, when you are making a company, you register it so it will very much helpful for getting financial assistance from government, from banks, from other stakeholder. So ସମସ୍ତେ ପଚାରିବେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ BMC ट्रेड लाइसेंस अछि, आपनकर उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन अछि, आपण यदि स्मॉल फंड्स में चाहुचंती ताले रजिस्ट्रेशन उडा बहुत इसेंशियल. So in here we are focusing about trade license, local body registration. Just trade license is related to making trading between different party. When you are making any kind of trade, suppose you are a local trader and you are making trade, you are taking trade license. So you have to take trade license from BMC. I'm showing you a picture of this, how you can register. This is an old picture. The trade license you can see. This is a municipality registration you can get. Likewise, this is the format. You have to go inside and you can register. So you can get trade license, and every year you have to renew this trade license. Very nominal charges they are taking. So you can register under this municipal corporation and make your trading. So see, apart from this trading license, What other license you require? Suppose you are making you have to register under shop establishment act. You have to plan whatever business you are doing. You have to register accordingly. So all this registration is not required for a single farm. So sometimes when you are going for a poultry farm, your registration may be different. You have to take permission from environment department. You have to take permission from trade license you require. So like even sometimes local interference happens. So if you are not taking the environmental license, your business may be stopped. So these licenses are highly essential. So see, there are certain advantage of this trade license, why these trade license are made. So trade license necessary, logically operation business or regulate commercial activity whenever you are making commercial activity. So this registration, trade registration is required. So gradually you can, first you can take the registration from local, then gradually you can expand your business unit, like state again give, then national wise, then international trade license also you require when you are delivering or providing service to international market. So here is some benefit for government and public. It will regulate, monitoring, it help for health and safety aspect. Then you can get other benefit, financial benefit also you can get. So no government person can interfere if you are making the right way, legal, all legal document are ready, then nobody will interfere and create problem for you. So I'm showing you a picture of a licensee. It is a international trade license photo. So in this type of license you can get from government. So next you can say, see the different factory related things how you are making. So you have to register under Factory Act. You have to, suppose you are manufacturing unit, you are producing different product, so your factory should be registered. So pollution certificate you require, all benefits what you are providing to your staff, that also register. Suppose like inside your factory you are recruiting so many peoples, you are number of laborers are working, so everything you have to maintain. These are legal issues. If you are not maintaining all these things, sometimes legal complication may be arise. Suppose you are suppose both male and female are working inside your factory, so you have to maintain regarding the wages factor. So you are maintaining payment wages, you are maintaining equal labor things, you are maintaining. So all these things you have to maintain. So how these legal aspect are very much important for making a business. So suppose you are making sole proprietorship business, whether this Equal Labor Act, Compensation Act, all these things are applicable or not? The answer is yes. If you are making a sole proprietorship business, even if sole proprietorship business, when you are recruiting certain people, so recruiting laborers, so you have to maintain all these things. You have to pay remuneration, equal remuneration for both male and female. So this Equal Remuneration Act 1976 you have to follow. Otherwise you will face a lot of legal issues. Suppose you are not, even if your farm is a sole proprietorship farm, and you are not allowing a female worker at the time of at the time of delivery. So you have to maintain this Maternity Benefit Act 1961. You have to maintain. So these are sometimes legal issue comes. So in case of factory industrial approvals, what factory industrial is it audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, fine. So I'm going very fast. We have to cover all these syllabus. So I'm going very fast. So factory industrial approval, you have to first register. You have to take certain license. So see, I have focus here, approval of layout plans. Sometimes you are making a industry in BDA, Bhubaneswar Municipal Corporation, or BD, under BDA, then you have to take permission from BDA. You have to take permission from BMC. So these are the requirement for legal purpose. So here you have to maintain safety aspect. Suppose industrial safety hazards sometimes you may face. So you have to maintain these safety measures. ଆପଣ ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଟ୍ରି କରିଛନ୍ତି ସେଠି ଆପଣ ହେଲମେଟ୍ ଦଉନାହାନ୍ତି ଏମ୍ପ୍ଲୟିଜକୁ, ସେଇଟା that is also a legal issue. So you have to maintain all these things. Otherwise, sometimes in regular verification time, you may face problem. In case of hospital, there are lot of registration is required. Suppose ଆପଣଙ୍କର safety measures ନଥିବ, hospital ରେ safety ନଥିବ, ventilation measure ଇଏ ନଥିବ, lighting ନଥିବ. So this is a legal issue. You can face trouble. Sometimes fire safety aspect. So each hospital have to maintain that fire safety aspect. So you are not only in this sole proprietorship business, even company, even partnership firm, everywhere this legal complication may arise. So you have to be very prepared for that. And basic things is registration. All this kind of registration is required. So approval layout plan by director of factories and boiler. See, if you are making this factory and boiler, permission is required for any factory startup. So you have to, if your company is a startup company, it is easily you can get. So less documentation is required, less inspection is required, because you are a startup company. So that's why this Udyam registration is required. So you have a startup, government is sponsoring for finance, and you have getting these certificates very easily. Because if your company is an existing company, you are making different kind of activity, but you have not taken a permission, again you are going for a permission, then you can face a lot of difficulties to get the certificate. So safety, health regulation, all these things are required. Then certain industry like chemistry, plastic, so in this chemical, sometimes chemical reaction happens. So you have to take measures, certain safety measures to protect these hazard or protection from these hazards. So that is very important. You have to maintain all these things. Sometimes you have to adopt all the factory rule and regulations. You have to provide the benefits when you are making a factory. For employee, all the benefits you have to provide. Whether you are giving or not, that is separate, but pen and paper, everything is required. As a businessman, you have to maintain. I am citing an example. In college, different college, AICT has introduced that every time a different faculty will reach to the hostels, boys, and periodically you have to visit the hostels, you have to maintain record, you have to take the views of the students likewise. So it is practically not possible to all the faculties to go in regular interval. So what they do, they maintain certain record. So normally there is no problem. If any problem arise, so you can show the records. So the if you go through all documentation, legal aspect, so you cannot run with a profitable manner. ଆପଣ ଯଦି ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ମେଣ୍ଟେନ୍ କରିବେ, ତାହେଲେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ବିଜନେସଟା ସେତିକି ସ୍ମୁଥଲି ଚଲେଇ ପାରିବେନି. ଇଭିନ୍ ଇଫ୍ ହିନ୍ଦୁସ୍ତାନ ୟୁନିଲିଭର, ପତଞ୍ଜଳି, they are also not maintaining in full phase. So ଯେତେବେଳେ ଇନ୍ସପେକ୍ସନ ହୁଏ, ସେତେବେଳେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଲାଇସେନ୍ସର ଜରୁରୀଟା ବେଶୀ ହୁଏ. ସୋ ବେଳେବେଳେ କ'ଣ ହୋଇଥାଏ, ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ରିନ୍ୟୁଆଲ ହେଇନଥାଏ, ଫାଇନ୍ ବହୁତ ପଡ଼ିଯାଏ. So regular these legal issues are a major issue for all the industry. So all this documentation is highly essential when you are making a business with a smooth and effective way. So see, these are the environment clearance you have to get. In case of environment clearance, you have to take pollution certificate from pollution. See, even when you are driving car or vehicles, you are getting pollution certificate. Similar type of pollution certificate you are getting from the pollution board, state pollution board is giving. So when you are starting a manufacturing unit, pollution certificate is mandatory. You have to start with this pollution certificate. So they will come to you, assess your impact, environmental impact. They will measure with an instrument whether this pollution, this factory is producing more smoke or not. So when you are going to the legal issues. If your factory is not registered under this or not got the pollution certificate, then automatically a huge fine or compensation you have to give. Or any legal issue, suppose inside the factory due to this ventilation, a employee face any problem or died due to ventilation, then automatically you will be in trouble. So all the compensation you have to give. Then sometimes it may be happen that your production unit will be stopped. So that is the very major issue you have to register with all clearance. Then consents to operate. So CTO, so government given a consent that yes, you can run without any problem, you can run your business. So you have to think about the waste. You are making a factory, so where you can keep your waste or where your waste will go. So I am citing one example. See, ଆମର ଏଠି ଗୋଟେ ଗଙ୍ଗୁଆ ନଦୀ ଅଛି, ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱରରେ ଗୋଟେ ଗଙ୍ଗୁଆ ନଦୀ ଅଛି. All the factory, all the industry, all the waste of the local community, everything is mixed with Gangua river. So it is a small river, but that river is closed due to the wastewater. So how we will maintain this? So nearby factory, all the nearby factory are sending all these waste to this Gangua river. So the government should take care of this. So automatically a time will come once the government people will go and see these things are happening, then automatically you will be in trouble. A huge fine you have to deposit. Then see here, water and air pollution, you are getting air pollution certificate, your chimney height, everything will be focused when you are making a factory. So ଆପଣଙ୍କର factory register ହେଇଥିବ, employee ମାନଙ୍କୁ salary ଦଉଥିବେ in house, ଆପଣ labor act ରେ ଯାହା register ହେଇଥିବ, you are adopting all things, you are getting clearance from environment, you are getting clearance from pollution board. State pollution board is here to provide you pollution certificate. So the noise standard, how much noise you are creating. So କେତେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର noise ହଉଛି, ତାର solid waste କୋଉଠିକୁ ଛାଡ଼ିବେ, liquid waste କୋଉଠିକୁ ଛାଡ଼ିବେ. The liquid solid waste where to keep, in how whether you are making different kind of waste management process or not. So that is another aspect. So waste गुड़ाକୁ ନେଇକି ଆପଣ କିଛି fertilizer ତିଆରି କରୁଛନ୍ତି କି କ'ଣ, କି society ର benefit ପାଇଁ କିଛି ଲଗାଉଛନ୍ତି. So that also consider. If your farm is registered legally, you are getting all these certificate, then you can run the business with a very smooth and effective way. So you can use this hazard. So waste, sometimes water treatment, wastewater treatment, and you are discharging this wastewater after water treatment. So there is no requirement of this or you may not face any problem. So wastewater treatment, air pollution activity, air pollution, you are not making, your industry is not involved in creating air pollution, you are maintaining noise standard, you are maintaining solid waste management activity. So all these things are certain legal issues which you may face in your business. Next part is registration, payment registration, income पर जो अपना payment करते tax, that aspect. So we'll go to this. So see, then come to this tax part. So you are paying GST, you are registered GST. See, I am showing here one certificate. Export Inspection Council has given an export certificate. So you are getting export certificate, export code you have got, or export import code you have got. You can make business, or you can deliver all your product to internationally, or you can send to other company, you can make business with other company. So you are paying all these tax, you are paying this GST in time, or filing GST in proper way, proper time. So nowadays everything is online. So when you are making a business, you can source from your site and you can make everything very quickly without any problem. So then professional tax you are paying as a industry, as a professional unit, you are paying professional tax. These are your chartered accountant will guide you regarding this GST payment, professional tax payment, and other charges. So these are your chartered accountant or your financial advisor will advise. So you can run your business. So these are the legal things. See, I'm showing you once again. So if you say the steps, so first one is you have to register structure wise. Then second one is MSME and all this registration. Third one is trade license, how regarding license your registration body, then how you are making different kind of license. Then fourth one you are about your factory, your approval, what approval you have got from different sources. So that approval aspect is also one of the important factor when you are running business. Then environment related activity, how you are making your business with effective environment protection. So nowadays environment is a major issue. So how you are using your waste, your solid waste, liquid waste, how your plant is treating this waste management. So that is sometimes in the present time, multiple organization are making this waste management and doing this waste management as fertilizer. Okay, so they are making as fertilizer. Then other than labor law related issues, or you can say labor law related activity. Your company is involved with different factory activities, like number of labor are working inside your organization, the number of employees are working in your business. So you are maintaining these things, labor law compliance, or you can say the labor law related activities. You are maintaining payment wages. So payment wages act 1936 you are maintaining all payment you are. Yes, anybody saying anything? So
No,
minimum,
sir.
yes, minimum wages. It is already discussed in HR paper. Minimum Wages Act 1936, Payment Wages, Equal Remuneration Act 1976. Then Maternity Benefit Act you are providing this 1961. Equal Remuneration Act, Bonus Act, Industrial Dispute Act. All these acts are dispute inside your factory. If the dispute arise, you are maintaining all these things under Dispute Act. Under Bonus Act, you are maintaining the payment structure, overtime working. All these things are you are sought out through this act. Then wages you are paying equal labor, male female you are paying equal labor. So the things that when you are making business, all these legal issues may arise. So we are knowing that these are the things we have to careful about these legal issues when we are making business. So EPF registration. So as a employer, you have to register under EPF. You have to pay the EPF amount. 50% you have to pay. 50% the worker will pay. So you have to register. So if the number is more than 12, you can start with this. Then ESI, that is a health related things. Hospital ESI hospitals are there. Government is introduced. So you have to register your employee in this. So staff strength, wages, everything will be in right way. So you can deliver your product and service in better way. Even sometimes employee are very happy if we are providing all these schemes, the facilities, the insurance, whatever things you are maintaining, then every employee will be very happy that we are secure. If anything happens, insurance will provide, the company will provide financial assistance through the different parties. So your health issues also maintained. So all these things are very essential factor for the business unit. Next, going to the Intellectual Property Act, or you can say trademark. So considering different, you are making business, so trademark is required, or you can say your patent, your copyright. Copyright is related to literature, so you are registered under Copyright Act. So nobody will copy your literature. So sometimes what happened, you are writing something, you have put something, author will register and take the. So I'm citing another example. If copyright is not maintained, suppose I have written an article and it is not protected, then author will use this article as their own. So they can put in other site, and they can, if they are registered, then they can show that article as their own article. So you have to maintain this. So copyright, then trademark, it is related to your business, it related to logo, your trademark, your related to your product, so it is protected. Intellectual protection, you can say intellectual protection is for your trademark. You are getting a license, you are getting a number, trademark with a number, registration number, so you can protect your, otherwise your company name. Suppose take the example Tata, I can, if it is not registered, then I can name as Tata. Suppose KIT University, I will start my college with the name of KIT University. So it is very essential to register. So other cannot take your trademark, your logo, your identity. No one can take. Otherwise, the similar logo will taken copied by other parties. That is very important. So for long-term protection, these trademark license are highly essential. Trademark for brand name, so people will recognize your brand name through this. It is a license, or you can say, so all the companies like Maruti, Honda, all having their separate logo, separate name, separate identity, separate registration number, separate design. Their designs, take the example, suppose Maruti Wagoner or Maruti any brand, any design of Maruti will be taken by other firm, other company, they can. So if you think about Baleno, similar vehicle also other company having, but the style, design, color, the capacity all may differ. Otherwise, they face different kind of trade complicacy or trade issues. So they may face a problem in this. So intellectual property right registration is required. That may be your protection of your literature, your business trade, your new kind of product design. So everything will be registered and protected. Next, going through license on specific industry. If you are in food industry, which registration required. If you are in fire safety business, what registration is required. Suppose you are in farming, poultry farming, what registration is required. So all these things, license, specific industry, specific license is required. So see some of the license I have focused here. So here see this FASSI license. So this is for this food safety, FASSI number is required. So all the farm is giving. Even you can get this FASSI registration online. I am having this license, and they are giving a license number for this foods protection. Then pharma company, drugs license they are giving. So drugs controller of Odisha is giving pharmaceutical license. Drug control Odisha Bhubaneswar provide this drug license for protecting the duplicacy, or you can say preparation of medicines डुप्लिकेट मेडिसिन तैयारी कर दियंती सो जदि लाइसेंस थिबो ताले आपण किछि असुविधा पड़िबेनी आपण ड्रग लाइसेंस अछि आपण ड्रग्स बिजनेस रे जाई परिबे मेडिसिन बिजनेस रे जाई परिबे यू कैन go to the medicine license. All the medicine shops having this drugs license getting from drugs controller of Odisha. Then exclusive permission for different gas related product. आपण देखिए बाण तैयारी करछन जो से माने गोटे लाइसेंस पांती ऐसे किछि एक्सक्लूसिव जिंस जदि तैयारी करछंती chemical jinso gas related jinso you have to take the permission you have to make different kind of this product so related product then BIS certification so that is Bureau of Standard certification so maintaining standard suppose food product you are preparing you are not maintaining standard literature you are doing so standard you have to maintain the dress garment certain price you are charging so you have to maintain this standard certification so any company those who are related to manufacturing and not maintaining the standard the Bureau of Indian Standard can protect this so certification is required to maintain your quality judging your quality so then fire safety clearance as you know there are a lot of fire accident आपण जानिथिबे हॉस्पिटल गुडाक फायर एक्सीडेंट एबे हेतिला हमर सोआ यूनिवर्सिटी रे फायर एक्सीडेंट हेतिला फायर सेफ्टी क्लियरेंस तार थिबारु से सेफ हे गला अदरवाइज ही मे इमीडिएटली फायर सेफ्टी डिपार्टमेंट कोन कला सबु जागा रे जाई कि चेक कला वेदर ऑल द हॉस्पिटल हैविंग फायर सेफ्टी measures or not so sometimes it happen you are getting the certificate but your instrument are not checked regularly आपण जो machine ता थिबो से फायर सेफ्टी बेले फायर फाइटिंग बेले से machine ता चलिबोनी ता दरु गैस सर जाइथिबो so these things may lead to a accident suppose you are in a industry your fire safety measures you have taken your certificate is with you but the instrument is not updated instrument is not properly checked instrument not having regular exercise machine टा चलेले exercise ठीक नथले से कुडी रस्ट हे जइतो से काम करिवनी so automatically it will lead to a big accident probable accident then you can say using this boiler license again it is related to waste management how you are using the waste of boiler or the farm waste of the farm so farm waste treatment is a major factor then the smell the smell also a factor for this जो locality रे करथिबे से पाखा पाखी एरिया बहुत स्मेल हबो से स्मेल पे आपण कोन करछथि that is also one important aspect so you can get the license accordingly so if you are not maintaining this then automatically it will create a legal issue problem for the farm next related to major aspect that is fundraising financial aspect so we have discussed several steps how this business unit run with a different business activity so next come to finance part so after this I will wind up 10 minutes before I will leave actually one program is going on in our college so after this I will close wind up so last part is banking and finance aspect so how you are doing different kind of financial assistance from different banks so see you are opening different accounts so you are taking different loans you are taking guarantee from the bank micro small industry are taking guarantee from government is sponsoring bank जो loan दबो government ताथरे party रहबो government ताकू कहबो ए customer को दियो any problem happens so government will take care so that loan mudra loan this small medium then big all these mudra loans are taken care by the government is taking care of this if bank is facing any problem so government will repay so that is the purpose banking finance for formality so you have to open account you have to make transaction with the same bank so you can get then different banks like SIDBI then you can say CGT MSE so credit guarantee fund trust for micro and small enterprise. It is a exclusive one department is working on this. So to sponsor, to guide all these small units and finance them so they can run their business with a better way. So then secure their property, documentation, collateral, all these things are not required for this mudra and small loans. So in case of big farm, the farm itself, the mortgage or collateral. So apart from bank taking the responsibility, government also taking responsibility to sponsor and guarantor for the small units. If you have not any register under different things, you cannot get loans. Suppose you are not registered under BMC or registered under this documentation is not with you, PAN card is not with you. So whatever transaction you make, you cannot get a benefit or get a opportunity to get finance. So that is a major issues. If you register, then you can gradually a opportunity you have to get financial assistance. So government is, as we have discussed earlier, for agriculture, different department is sponsoring. For industrial purpose, other different department are focusing on this. They are providing agriculture. आपण जन कहते हमरो सीड भी हैला बहुत गुड़ाए जंती फिशरी पे हमरो स्टेट फिशरी इज स्पॉन्सरिंग fishery पे state fishery department is sponsoring. Different schemes are for this. Horticulture department is sponsoring for related to this flori and floriculture, flowering and all these things. Coconut bureau is helping for this plantation of coconut. Coconut research organization is doing this. So many schemes are there, but you have to maintain, you have to adopt certain principles, register under certain things, so your business will be effective and you can get number of financial assistance. For today this much. Next class we'll discuss the other aspect. So thank you all. 5 minutes before I'm leaving because some of the urgent work in my college. So thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you.